Okay, sorry if you guys are just tuning in. I'm just trying to get the comments on my mobile phone here so I can have a gaze at them while I'm driving and commentating. Give me a minute while I try and set that up. Goddamn mobile YouTube app doesn't seem to show my own live stream, which is annoying. Maybe I'll have to just search for the video manually. It's a bit of a pain. Sorry for the delay, but I'll be on and driving very shortly. It'd be easier if I just type this way. Man, I can't seem to find... Okay, let's try the desktop site. This is a pain in the butt. All I want is the comments on my phone. Okay, here we go. Found it. Gotta use the desktop version. And my voice is playing up a little bit. Okay. Where does the comment? Okay, there we go. So I should be able to see the comments on my phone now. So if you have any questions while I'm doing my thing, just fire away and hopefully I'll see them. Whoops. Okay. So that doesn't fall down. Alright. That should be good enough. Alright, okay, so, whoops, what have I done? Okay, so, to the game. So, thanks for joining in and watching my first test play of the new Force feedback. I wanted to do this first thing when the update came out for me, which was about 2 AM, but I had to get some sleep because I had to get up for work at about 5:30 in the morning. So I've just installed the update, so this is literally the first time I've fired up the game, and I can already see that the splash screen has changed at the title screen. And obviously there's some new sounds going on in the background as well. So hopefully you guys can hear my microphone okay. I know my microphone is very, very shit, but if I need to make adjustments, just fire a comment and I'll make sure I can adjust the volumes to make sure you can hear me. Okay. I don't want to drive that car just yet.
If you hurry, you can catch the special vendor. It's a great opportunity to build up your car collection.
Okay, so we got the new menus. I like the look of them. They look nice, a lot nicer than the previous menus. But we're not here to talk about menus. What is... Oh, it's a free car. Yeah, we'll give it a try later on. At the moment, all I want to do is jump into a circuit and just test out just what the default force feedback settings are with this new feedback, and then make a couple of tweaks, and then we'll probably jump into a lobby with a few other guys that want to join in and just do some driving. Okay, so we'll jump onto the track. Oh man, it's bugged already. So I have to use my keyboard. Yep, the mouse doesn't work on those things anymore for some reason. Okay, we want to test drive. So we're in the 370Z. I'll use this car quite a bit for just random testing. And the other thing I can notice straight away on the HUD, before the HUD used to have sort of like a 3D style effect on it, where it looked like it curved in from around the edges. Now it's just completely flat. Not a bad change, since most of the time I don't even look at the HUD. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so default settings, just get a lap out of the way. Feels very, very spongy. The force is very light, it just feels very heavily dampened. And it can't even correct a tiny slide. Remember, this is the default. The vibrations are coming through. Oh. And there's almost no feel. It just feels mostly like a damper at the moment. See if we can feel these curbs. There's a tiny little wobble there. So there's definitely some stuff going on. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into the settings because we want to get rid of that horrible damper. And we're probably going to remove the center spring as well and start from there. That button? Yep. Okay, so these are the new settings we get to play with. Force feedback scale and vibration scale were there before, but we now have align torque scale, mechanical trail scale, pneumatic trail, and road feel scale. So these are four scales that are new, and to me they better represent what the setting is actually doing, because before we had force feedback understeer and force feedback minimum force, which were a little bit they were kind of hard to understand, whereas this stuff here, if you know force feedback or just vehicle sort of dynamics, you'll understand quite easily what these settings are going to do. But so first off, we're just going to get rid of the vibration and get rid of the damper and see how the raw force feedback feels. The wheel is very, very loose in the middle. Oh, and it doesn't want to correct. Okay, so I'm just going to try and set this up for a decent default set for this car, because we have to remember now too that because this is a physical model, every car's suspension geometry is going to change the way the force feedback feels from car to car, so you are going to have to tweak settings per car every time you change, which is a little bit annoying because by the looks of it the settings are just totally global, which means you will have to change settings. With this style of like a physical model scale of force feedback, they really should have implemented at the same time a per car force feedback profile, so that you can set it once for that car, and then when you jump back in that car you don't have to worry about trying to remember the settings that you had and stuff like that. So first thing I want to do, so it looks like everything goes from 0 to 100, so we'll leave the force feedback scale at 100. Actually no, what we'll do is we'll try and boost this up so we can, because obviously the force feedback isn't very high at the moment, it's quite soft. So we'll try and boost it up and see how it feels. So my wheel is very modified, so it outputs a lot more torque than most of your consumer wheels, at approximately 8 or 9 Newton meters. So we're going to try and just boost the force feedback up. Wow. Okay, we're going to have to up that scale even more, because it's still very, very soft. So let's just try crank it all the way up to 200 and see what happens. That feels a little bit nicer. Okay, so we got some decent weight there now. But man, as soon as those front wheels are even just slightly past the slip angle, the wheel just feels so numb. So we're getting some decent feeling for the bumps and as the suspension is moving. But I'm quite used to that now because I've been using that on the EMU wheel force feedback that is still sort of in development, but I've been using it for the last couple of months and we have road fill on that, so this doesn't really feel that new to me. I'm just going to try and do a couple of little fishtails here and see what happens. Okay, so the force feedback scale seems to be a lot more fitting for this car at maximum. It seems to, whoops, what am I doing, wrong buttons. I'm used to alt-tabbing to change force feedback settings in EMU wheel. So, God, so many different menus you've got to go through just to get to this. Whoops, and my phone's falling over. Okay, so what was I doing? Okay, so the force feedback feels very numb when the tyre is slipping away, so what I want to do is remove some of the tyre feedback and rely more on the suspension geometry feedback. So to do that we need to reduce the pneumatic trail scale, which is the tyre force feedback, because we're getting a huge amount of drop off which is making the wheel very unresponsive. So we're going to drop that down to about 40, and then to compensate for that, dropping that scale down, we're going to boost this one up. So we've dropped 60 points off the pneumatic, so we're going to add 60 points to that and see what happens. So we still have no static sort of force feedback, although I have turned the damper off, so if they're using a static damper I won't know. Okay, this feels better. The wheel feels a lot tighter. I can still feel the edge of grip. There's a slight drop off there, but it's not completely making the wheel totally useless when the tyre slips away. Yep. But yeah, the wheel just still doesn't feel as responsive as I'd like it to be. Oh man. So let's test some understeer. So you can see the wheel is still responding when the tyre's sliding, which is what I would like. Yeah, it doesn't want to change direction and follow through very nicely at all. Another test we can do is just drive in a straight line and pull the handbrake and see if the force feedback can keep the car pointing straight. Which it kind of did. Kind of need to test it with a bit more speed, I think. Try here to use a little bit of brake. Oh, so it wants to make the car tank slap, which is not good force feedback. If you do that, the force feedback should try and keep the car going straight for the most part. If the force feedback is sluggish, then you'll see what it does just there, and it allows the car to step out, and then when it starts to straighten up, the force feedback is doesn't keep up, and it just makes the car completely loop around. So I'm going to jump back into those settings. What am I doing? So many buttons. And we're going to try and... So we're getting good balance of pneumatic and mechanical trail, but the aligning torque just... It doesn't feel smooth and accurate. So just to give you an idea of how it should look, what I'm going to do is just make sure my data out is still turned on, which it is. What I'm going to do is close this version of EmuWheel, which is the old version, so that was just using the game feedback. And now I'm going to use this version, which is our custom force feedback version. And I'm just going to jump straight back into the game and then see how much difference in response, because I don't think I've really driven this car much. And already the force feedback, the build up just feels so much smoother. It's not super slack in the middle. It doesn't oscillate, the wheel just aligns almost perfectly. Well, we don't have 500 horsepower, so we can't just power slow. So you see I'm still getting those nice little wobbles, and I can not feel the road bumps as much, because by default we have the road feel setting and you will turn down quite low, but you can crank it up really high. And just let the wheel go and the car will straighten up. Whoops, a little bit hard on the transition. You can see that the force feedback is just totally different. This feels really smooth and direct. And we have extra features that Turn 10 still aren't doing with our vibrations and damper, but so we'll can that for a minute and go back to Turn 10's force feedback. So this is back to the old version of EmuWheel, so this is using game force feedback again. You see, it's just totally different. The wheel still feels quite sluggish in changing direction, and it doesn't feel as smooth. Jesus. I feel like I have to manually turn the wheel a hell of a lot more. So what I'll do is I'll try and just get a pure... Oh my god, that really annoys me, trying to do that. Gotta get my mouse to work. There we go. We'll try and just get this force feedback as a pure mechanical trail, which means the wheel should just align perfectly with what the car is doing. So we're gonna completely get rid of the pneumatic trail and just all mechanical. So we're, whoops, I don't think I pressed save. Pain in the butt. So get rid of pneumatic and just want all mechanical. So this is all from the caster trail. So like if you're pushing a shopping trolley, it doesn't matter which direction you push the trolley, the wheel will always trail in the direction, sort of the wheel will point in the direction the trolley is moving. So we have like no understeer feel now. Just has like this really weird sort of snap to the center. It just doesn't feel as nice. Yeah, you can definitely feel the bumps in the road. Oversteer. Oh, Jesus. See, even with full mechanical trail, it just doesn't, I don't know, to me it just doesn't feel, whoops, daisy. Holy Jesus. It's just, it doesn't make the car feel as predictable or as sort of connected or stable. Straighten the wheel up there. On the MU feedback, that feels quite smooth and natural. In this force feedback, it's really jerky. And not the good kind of jerky. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this. It's definitely better than the old force feedback, but I don't think it's at the level that we've achieved with MU wheel just yet. Yeah, I think so, Courts. MU wheel definitely feels, to me, it just feels much more natural. And it's easier to set up. Just because, and I'll quickly show this to everyone here, I don't know how many people are watching this at the moment, or if it's even much use, but we'll go back to MU wheel, we'll just open up our test version. So when we configure, change force feedback settings here, when we adjust mechanical trail and our yeah, so back to what I was saying, the mechanical trail and pneumatic trail scale, when you adjust it in MU wheel, you can visually see the exact impact the setting change is going to have. There's no guesswork. You can make it do, if you want to make it so you get absolutely zero force feedback when you go past the peak slip angle, you can do that without having to test it, because you can see exactly what's going to happen. So if I just adjust my shape curve here, I can make the total force feedback curve hit 0 when we're at like 230% friction, or we can go further, but we can visually see exactly what the force feedback is going to do at any certain point in the tyre slip angle. And it's such a powerful tool to be able to do that, because you can just change settings and not have to test it and see if it feels right. You can visually see it instantly, and it updates instantly as well. So that's one of the things I really like. And the other thing that we've done that I don't know if Turn 10 has done, because I haven't tested the vibrations, but the vibration options we have in MU will like totally blow Turn 10's vibrations away that I've felt before. We have, by default, you have only front tyre vibration sent to the force feedback, because it's the front tyres that are connected to the steering geometry of the car. So that's the way we approached it, but we give you the option to send rear tyre vibrations as well, but you can adjust the lateral, like you can literally adjust everything and tune it to perfection, to exactly what you want. So the way I have it, vibrations will start if I'm just over the limit of braking. I'll get some vibrations through the wheel as the tyres start to scrub, and if I start understeering, I have a very light vibration. So you can set the individual vibration scales for each individual parameter of the vibration. So if I'm understeering, I can make that vibration really soft and really subtle, and then for brake lockup I can make it like really violent, so I know when the tire's like, you know, way beyond its limit, and just stuff like that. But yeah, so first impressions, I just want to jump back on and do another lap with MU force feedback, because this car is a lot of fun to drive with it, and just instantly it just feels so much better. Like the straightening up is one of the biggest things. The turn 10 force feedback just feels, whoops, a daisy, feels really jerky and unnatural, whereas this just feels smooth and natural. Got to get used to drifting without the drift suspension steering lock now. Oh, that was a bit of a love tap. Yeah, that's right. I can't hold as much angle as the drift suspension. Oops. Oh, that was close. Oops, a daisy. Ooh, nearly overcorrected at that time. You're going to be a lot more careful in a stock car, because the weight transfer will catch you out if you're not ready for it. This car is completely stock, so let's see if we can get a good... Oh, there's the wall tap. Can we make the apex a little bit wide? A little bit of a straighten up. Oops. Yeah, so stock cars are definitely harder to drift, but you see the responsiveness of the MU force feedback, to me, is just, it's unrivaled. Woo! Ooh, I'll keep going wide. But you might be wondering why I always try and drift to test force feedback, and there's one thing I learned from Niels, who does the force feedback for Automobilista. I don't know if any of you guys have watched any of his content, but watching his stuff was what kind of got me into force feedback and Forza back in the earlier days, because he has a really good philosophy for force feedback, and I tend to follow almost the same sort of philosophy. And I lost my train of thought now. I forgot what I was getting at. Totally mental blank. Oh, that's right. The point of drifting and testing force feedback, because even this guy who's like a full-on race, like sim racer with the the full direct drive, and he's Niels Husingveld, so he makes all the Husingveld pro pedals and all that sort of high-end simulation gear. But even he says drifting is a silly sport, but it's a very good test of physics and force feedback for simulations, because not only are you pushing the car over the limit, but if things work correctly, doing so is actually a lot of fun, and things should just work. So testing force feedback with drifting is quite good, because you put the car in scenarios where you might not always see when you're just testing, like on a racetrack. So if you're testing by yourself on a racetrack, most of the time you're probably not going to get massive oversteers and try and do big corrections with fishtails. Whereas when you're drifting, you're purposely doing that, and you have to rely on the force feedback and the physics to work correctly and to help you. Whoops. And we're in the tyres. Alright, so that was mostly with MU force feedback, and there's another thing too. We have our stationary damper, so when the car's stopped and you're trying to drag the tyres over the floor, the wheel is quite heavy, which is an adjustable parameter for MU wheel as well, which is really cool. But another thing, our vibrations, we have the dynamic curb vibrations, which are bugged in this test version at the moment, but the faster you go, the faster the frequency of the vibration picks up as well, which is, it feels really awesome compared to just a constant shake no matter what speed you're going. So I'm going to give turn 10's force feedback one more try. See if we can adjust a couple of settings and maybe drift a lap like I did just before. Let's see what happens. Oh, Jesus. Wait, I can't remember if I turned the center spring down. Oh my god, change. That might be something I missed. Center spring. Yeah, okay. That might have been my fault. So we'll give this a go again. I totally forgot about the center spring. Okay, sorry. I just realised this one setting, and then I'll quickly test this, and then I'll jump in with you boys. Completely forgot about the center spring. It definitely feels better without the center spring, but it's still. Well, see, the wheel just still doesn't want to try and keep up. Oh man. Alright, if you're in a lobby, just send me an invite and I'll jump in. Or invite me to a party if you're in a party. so bad. Whoops. Oh. Yeah, definitely better without the center spring, that's for sure. Oops, I'm going to Alt Tab to change settings again. Definitely, this standard force feedback is definitely better than the old one, there's no doubt about it. Which is really good for the guys on Xbox that don't have access to MU Wheel. I really feel sorry for those guys that can't try it. But yeah, in my opinion, MU Wheel is still the way to go. So I'll probably actually, are you guys on here right now? Let's have a look. Alright, I'm joining in.
Yeah, oh, that was good to see a comparison because I just kind of jumped in and just played it, and I'm like, oh yeah, it feels good. I haven't played with MU feedback in ages.
Same here, because I had to reset the computer, so the MU wheel's not working.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just on my other setup so I can play F4. I've been playing a lot of F1 2018, so I'm not
Yeah,
on my,
how's that?
I'm not on
How's
my
that
computer.
going?
Oh, I'm loving it, man. I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, and those, screenshots and that you've put up are freaking just amazing. Like the one that you were going on about, the sparks and that's just unreal,
Yeah.
eh?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Game's insane, man. And I've never really been into F1 that much, so I don't know the track like all the other tracks on the calendar.
No,
Yeah.
some of those tracks are just.
Amazing.
Okay, are you going to set up a lobby or?
Yeah, I'm setting one up now. I did all your settings, Blue, and yeah, definitely it's good to see that difference between the two.
Yeah.
And MU feedback looks so much better.
Yeah, to me, it just makes so much more sense to be able to visually see what the setting change is going to do in real time.
Yeah, of course. It was really good to see that. Why aren't you? Oh, yeah, also you're appearing offline. That's alright.
Whoops.
No, that's alright.
Too many wires.
Yeah, because I kind of jumped up this morning. I played it, and I'm like, all I was like, oh yeah, sweet. There's the road feel. Finally, I've got the road feel.
Yeah.
It feels good. And then I didn't even think twice about how everything else felt. And I'm like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, the first thing I always test in any force feedback is just the raw aligning forces. So I'll just jump in a car, turn all the other like spring and damper and vibrations that completely off, and then I'll just throw the car around and see how the wheel responds to it.
Yeah.
And that's...
Yours wasn't moving as much as mine. I was just doing what you were doing.
Yeah.
Trying to get it to center, and it would center, and then it goes spastic, and it goes left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
Yours wasn't doing that as much with the Forza feedback.
Yeah. But yeah, you can definitely see like when you just coast on the MU force feedback and pull the wheel and let it go, it just like straightens itself back up like really quickly. Which is
what it should do.
Yeah, and then like on the old Forza force feedback, if you did that, you'd spin out.
Well, but it depends on the speed you're going as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, if you're doing 160, 200 kilometers an hour and you did that, I think the car would probably spin out.
Well, I actually, when I was testing this in game between MU force feedback and stock force feedback a while back, I actually did it on the highway in my car in the S13, and I just gave it was almost empty, so I just pulled into the middle and just gave it a decent yank, not too hard because I didn't want to fucking crash, but. Just like a small yank on the wheel will just like straighten up like really quickly, even at like 100 k's an hour.
Yeah, I know. I've done it as well. I've done exactly what you because I was always test it, but I actually found a way to fix it with the standard force feedback in Forza 6, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Maybe Forza 6. I think it was, or like there was a way to fix it, or maybe it was Forza 7. I can't remember. I did stop it from doing that where it went spastic and like you could pull it, but now it's actually made it worse. I reckon after watching your video.
Yeah, I cranked up like the scales to the max because the car I was driving. That's another thing too, because of the physical model. Each car is going to feel drastically different and is going to require drastically different settings.
Yeah, exactly. You can't save settings, can you?
No, it's just a global profile setting. So you change settings. Say if I set this car up perfectly, I'm gonna have to change it when I jump into another car, which is really stupid because you need to be able to change settings per car for a model that's based on, you know, like physical accuracy of the torque generated per car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna have to play. I'm playing on my G920 at the moment, which isn't that bad.
I just replying to a comment on the stream. With a lot of tweaking.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Do you want to do old school muscle? Sorry.
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
No, sounds like fun.
Classic street muscle.
Yeah,
Dude.
so with a lot of tweaking, can Forza's force feedback be as good as EMU wheels? I think it could be. You could get it close, but to me, the aligning torque accuracy just doesn't quite cut it. Like for driving feel for normal racing, I think yes, but for drifting and like just driving the car like a spastic, I don't think it's gonna be as good.
Oh, what is this? Oh no, let's try this thing. I haven't really drive. However, I haven't forced any settings. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, this
Pretty
is
tired, so I don't give a fuck. Fudge.
I think
Ready up, Josh?
Oh yeah.
yeah, everyone should be
How
able
many?
to hear,
Hang on a
but it
second.
doesn't matter.
Oh, they can hear the. Oh, they can hear the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch over it later. I'm gonna put it on like 6 laps. I didn't realise it was on.
Yes, I'm gonna try
Sorry,
the
I'll have
game
to
force
ready up
feedback.
again. Yeah, so I've got the settings the same as yours. Just before we do start, can we just check them quickly?
Yeah.
So
Because I imagine this car will probably have a lot less mechanical trail because it's an old car that I don't think has power steering.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the power steering's too old.
Yeah, so it should have less mechanical torque from out of the box, but the tyre should have a decent amount of torque.
Yeah, they're all still on all of them still on 100. I'm not too sure about those settings, what's changed. So
I've got the pneumatics trail scale down to 0 as you had. Force feedback's up to 200. Wheel damper center spring down to 0. Road fuel's on 100.
Yeah, I'll just quickly see what. Oh, it's so annoying. After this update, the mouse doesn't work in the menus anymore properly.
Classic Forza update. Mechanical trail's on 200 as well.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna drop mine back to normal sort of values.
Mechanical trail?
Yeah, mechanical and pneumatic, because if we're gonna be just sort of racing around, I want to be able to feel the edge of grip a bit better.
So just put it back all to normal. But wheel damper and center needs to be on 0, yeah?
Yeah, the damper feels absolutely horrible.
Yeah,
like I understand.
And vibrations on 0.
I understand what they mean, that a slight amount of dampening is good, but when you're actually driving, dampening should have no effect because you're relying on like the raw physics calculations to move the wheel and give you feeling through it. As soon as you make the force feedback motor try to slow the wheel down, it just completely destroys all feel.
So I've put my mechanical trail up to 200, same with the pneumatic. I've left the lining and that as is. So.
Okay, I'll leave mechanical. I'll just put pneumatic back to 100 just so I can feel the edge of grip, but that should be alright.
So pneumatics on 100, mechanicals on 200.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And we'll see how that goes.
I'll just put that back.
And The other
pneumatics on 100.
yeah. The other thing that's missing from this force feedback system, now that you have to tweak per car, and you don't know, like if you don't know the car and you don't know how much torque it's going to generate through the steering, how are you supposed to judge what sort of scale to put the force feedback at? Because there's still no clipping tool. Like there's no force feedback bar that you can see to see how much output you're getting.
Yeah, like on Amy feedback.
Yeah. Oh, we don't even have it on there at the moment. We have a basic light that you can...
Sorry, the other scale. Yeah.
Yeah. Like just a
That's
bar,
good though.
like a telemetry bar or something, so you can see how much the force feedback is actually outputting.
Fuck's sake, why is that doing that? New driver. Hang on, talk for a sec, Blue. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was just coming through the TV for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Are you on your PC?
No, I'm on the Xbox One X.
Alright.
Yeah, something different. Alright. No worries. Ooh, in the Monaros.
Yeah, I'm getting crazy oscillations.
Yeah, oh, it's really loose in the center, man. I can't. What the hell?
Yeah, mine's super tight.
Feels terrible.
What?
Ew. Hey, what's going on? I didn't realise you were in the game.
No, I don't know the game, but they came in and got Josh on board. Well, I'm playing all shortly.
Yeah, I think the force feedback's clipping on these settings. It feels like it's way too tight. Might just pull over and see if I can adjust it.
Yeah, I'm gonna adjust mine one sec.
Yeah, something's not right.
I think if we drop the force feedback scale down to 100, it should be better.
Alright, hang on a sec, sorry. No, mine's not feeling good at all, so I'm just gonna reset it.
Whoa, shit. Fuck. Just ate the concrete wall. Someone commented, all I recommend is turn traction off.
We're not running any.
Yeah, we run full hardcore mode, so we got no assists and simulation steering.
Yeah, I'm just leaving it on default for a second to see how that feels. Oh no, there's something wrong with my wheel.
What wheel you got? You got a
He's using a G9. Yeah, he's using his G920 at the moment, but he's also got a Thrustmaster setup.
Oh, you're talking to me? Yeah. What the fuck? What is
Do you guys have the lap times turned on?
I can see it, yep.
Because even if these G920 is the same, right? Back at it, like Josh and you know.
Oh, there we go. I got the feedback back. My wheel wasn't plugged in properly.
Ah, thank God. Please no.
No, it's because it actually, you don't have to have it plugged in the power, and it still works when you plug it in with the USB, but it's got no feedback.
Oh what?
So the motors aren't running. Yeah. So the power's not plugged in, the wheel still works. So all right. Hang on. Fuck,
That's good.
everything down. Pneumatic scales back to 100. No, I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it. Like,
Yeah, I think the road feel force at 100 is a bit over the top too.
now I have it at 200.
You have it on 200.
No, I had it at 200 before just for a laugh, just to see what it would do.
It'd probably
Wheel
feel
cell
like...
loader's going to explode.
Yeah, it'd feel like rise and fall.
Yeah. Why did torque mechanical trust? Alright, here we go. Whoa, it's so tight in the middle.
Yeah, it just feels so awkward. Like old muscle cars, when you drive them fast, you really push the slip angle, and like you slide the car quite a lot. And on Forza's force feedback, it just feels really weird.
Yeah, it is a bit. Jesus. It's just, and now like I'm driving down this straight, the back straight, and the wheel, if I'm letting go of the wheel, it just goes left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah, I turned the
It's
force
crazy.
feedback scale down to 100 in it. It's better, but it still wobbles a bit.
Okay.
I kind of can't wait till the weekend, eh?
I'm gonna chuck EMU force
can't
feedback
wait.
on.
This mum's
Yeah.
got a thing coming around. So dope. He's coming down on me. Hopefully she's coming today.
I'm gonna turn the force feedback down. Or not. I think it just disconnected. What the fuck? I don't know.
They certainly have improved a few things, but there's still just a couple of things missing. This new system that they've put in.
Yeah. Well, it definitely is a jump up in MU feedback. You know, from what I remember, I haven't played the Forza on my computer in a while. But in terms of like drifting, like what a difference after watching you play Blue.
It could be part of the reason that I'm just so used to the force feedback now as well, that anything different is going to be harder as well, but...
I just wonder, in terms of speed, you know, that's what I'm thinking of. Alright, well, you're throwing the car around at pretty high speeds, would it react like that, you know, with how sensitive everything is?
What, like with
Or,
the game force feedback, or
like
MU?
trying to, well, if you were comparing it to real life, say you're doing 130, 160 into a corner and you throw the car around, you know, are you really going to be able to control it that well, like we are able to with MU feedback and stuff? Compared to real life, do you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
curious, I'm very curious as to how the reaction would be in real life. Especially in these old cars, like throwing these things around, there's no way you'd be able to handle some of the speeds we're going. Oh shit. Yeah, I've turned the feedback down as well and it feels a lot better.
Yeah.
So we had it on 200 before, it's a lot more controllable.
Yeah, on this car it was clipping like crazy, whereas in the 370Z it wasn't clipping at all. So that's what I mean. They need a tool so that you know how much force feedback is being output, so you can adjust it correctly without having to, you know, have all the guesswork.
Yeah. Whoa. Ah, fuck. Stupid. I'm completely off the track.
But yeah, I think I definitely prefer EMU force feedback for now,
Yes.
hands down.
Yeah, I'd have to
Was that
get
that-
it set up again.
Yeah, I'll
Is that
help.
that guy from before, Josh?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. He's alright. He's
Yeah,
just,
yeah, no,
he's autistic like me, but he's a bit different. He's a bit probably more on the autistic spectrum than what I am.
cool. Ah, I didn't even know you had autism.
Yeah, diagnosed back in 2002. I was about 4.5 when I was diagnosed with Asperger's.
Oh, okay, yeah, obviously very mild.
Yeah, high functioning.
Wait, good talk for a second?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah. You talk, Josh?
Yeah, mate. Yep.
I thought I saw like a microphone symbol above your car when you were talking.
Oh, I followed you. Oh.
Then my handbrake stopped working.
Yeah, my B-Bucks seems to be alright at the moment. Fuck, it's weird playing on without the full setup that I usually have. I have to say though, playing on the single screen has been pretty good, and it's in 4K as well. Which is pretty amazing.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah, but like even the single screen, I'm finding that like when I was doing that, I still am adamant to do that Civic on Laguna Seca. I just haven't had the time. But
Yeah.
I'm so like in there with you, Josh, and like in front of you sometimes, and then I'm obviously going to get after Blue as well.
Yeah.
But on this wheel setup and on this TV, I was straight away faster, and then hitting it on the brake pedal on this wheel is really good. It's G920. It's so like you can just slam it down. And the TV, the single screen, you know, it being bigger. That triple screen setup that I've got, everything's really small. You can't really see as well. And I'm just this setup is fucking been really good.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. You know, that's the thing. You know, the closer in time as we get, it's gonna be awesome. When we actually start getting into some proper races, it's gonna be awesome.
Whoa. But yeah, like that other wheel setup that I use, you like touch the brake, you like just touch the brakes, and the wheels will just lock up straight away. Well, I changed the brake mod on it, and it's a lot better now. But before it was terrible. Yeah, see, like that wasn't too bad.
And then there was that Dodge Viper one that the Turn 10 put on. Man, I got 2/10 of getting Blue. I was only 2/10 away, I think it was. Last time I looked at it.
Yeah, I got sick of that car. I absolutely hated it.
Yeah. But I got close. I kept pushing. I got close at times. And it's just, yeah.
Fucking hell! All this thing wants to do is spin out of me. Are you on your back on your MU feedback? Look.
Yeah, I am.
Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I like the, I just realised I do have my HUD on, and it's got like your names and then the number of what position you're in.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
How many laps we got left?
One more. Oh, I've got one more.
Race to the finish, eh?
Fucking, this shifter annoys me sometimes.
Actually, park up at the start-finish line, Josh, and we'll start a 1 lap sprint.
Yeah, well, I'm on the last lap, 6 of 6.
Oh, really?
No, it's just me and Lou.
Oh, damn.
It's alright, I'll wait here.
That means I'm probably on the last lap too.
Ah, shit.
I don't know, I got the HUD turned off.
Oh,
yeah,
just
you
go
are.
over the finish line and see what happens.
Yeah, Blue is. I can see his number,
Yeah.
number
Oh, yeah,
one
it
there.
is.
Yeah, number one there.
Damn.
That's alright, just let it end, we'll just start again. Turn collisions on for one, that was terrible.
Gee, what is the leaderboards? Quickest time 136.8 for Asia Pacific.
In what?
In the C
In
class.
what car, I mean?
In this
just
homologation. So if we run it again, we'll see how close we can get on the leaderboards.
Let me see if I've got a Monaro, so we've got all the same car, which should be cool. Have you guys got tuning setups on?
I don't know.
Mine's stock standard.
Okay,
I
cool.
think-
Mine's only the homologated.
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah.
I'm running as well. 'Cause
Oh, okay, cool. I think, yeah, you're right. I think mine is as well. What did I want to do? Just ghost. Hang on a second. Simulation.
actually, I'll put my HUD on so I can see the lap times.
Yeah, I'll just bump up the races timer just in case. Cool. 6 laps alright, or should I change that to like 3 or 4? I don't know. Yes, no?
No, it's up to you.
No, I'll just put it on 4. I'll just drop it down to 2 laps.
Pain in the ass that the mouse isn't working.
Yeah, that is.
I'm having no issues with my mouse.
Maybe it's just me.
Maybe it's your mouse. Plug it in back in.
Maybe it's because I got
yeah.
so much shit open.
That's alright. Collision mode always on. Okay, cool. Ready up. We can start.
Yeah, we're
Sweet.
good to go.
Oh, I hate how the steering wheel's there.
What do you mean?
In the driver view, the steering wheel's there.
Yeah, there's a few cars like that.
Yeah, mine is not homologated, by the way. It's got a roll cage in it. I have no idea where you are. Gotcha.
All good.
We can hear his banging.
Yeah, who's
That's his fucking G920s. They're so loud.
Can you guys hear my wheel and shifter at all?
A little,
No.
No?
not
Sweet.
really.
So I've got like an aquarium pump running to pump air through the motor. I never know if it's actually like picking up through the mic at all.
Can't hear. No, can't hear it at all.
Oh man, mine's a 4-speed.
Mine's a 5.
Yeah, mine's 5 as well.
Oh, come on.
Oops, oops, oops.
I used to
See how high up the leaderboard we can get. For the Asia Pacific anyway.
Jesus. Not off to a good start. I find a few of the Aussie cars are like this in the driver view with the steering wheel still in the lane. I feel it's just like a
Oops.
lazy. I did the same thing almost. Came around the corner sideways.
Oops, daisy. Just dirtied my leg slap as I cut it
Fucking
all.
way too slow. Yeah.
139. It should be good for maybe a 137.
Is it a 141?
Yeah, so. You're getting a lot of oversteer in this car.
That's what
Yeah,
muscle
just
cars
do
do.
that.
Yeah.
That's how you got to drive them fast.
Sideways.
Yeah, pretty much. If they're not like walking like a dog through the corner, they're not going fast.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it depends on what rims you have on it. If you still have like the stock rims with big sidewall tyres, then you need to slide it. But if you put like big 22-inch rims and shit on it, then not so much. It's a 138.
137.
No, it was
Oh
a dirty
God, I
lap.
just completely fucked that up. Go, Josh. Oh, shit, shit. Damn it. Got a lot faster through that corner. Oh!
Little battle of our own here at the back.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, the little the marker on top of your head looks pretty cool. I like it. What's this? Oh, that's your game. Okay. Oh shit! I've only got 4 gears. That was messy as.
137.3
Nice.
for the Asia Pacific region. It's number 2.
No, of course
What
it
is it?
would be.
Number 2. Oh, did
Oh,
you have
really?
the end of race timer? Or did
Well,
you
yeah.
just
What
finish?
does that do?
Did you just cross
No,
the
we
line?
finished.
Oh, that's
we
alright.
finished. Yeah, we crossed the line. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, what the hell? I got a tune on this car. I didn't even realise. It's not even that good. I'm just not pushing it hard enough.
Yeah, mine was standard.
Oh.
I'm obligated, but
Yeah, we'll check this one. I'm pretty sure this one was just standard as well. But I'm
Yeah, that was
obligated.
good. I'll do one more. I'll have one more race. I'm so tired. But,
Yeah.
how do you check the lead? Oh, fuck. How do you check the leaderboard?
You can only do it at the end of the race, I think.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, nice. Asia Pacific, you got 2. Oh, I'll have to go back and do that again. Definitely.
How do you see it from the lobby?
Because I can go into the track and change the track.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
2, 137.3. The other guy's 136.8.
Yeah.
I'd have 129 people. What's the, let me check, let me have a quick look at the top scores. 134.3. Chevy El Camino.
Or is that for the total global leaderboard?
global leaderboard. Friends, obviously. You're up the top. Katina's next. Hardcore, there's only 20. What is hardcore?
Hardcore is all assists off and no suggested line.
So these you reckon these leaderboard, top leaderboard people are using suggested line?
A lot of them do, yeah.
Yeah. Someone want to pick
So
a track?
what's the record for the hardcore leaderboard?
Oh, dude, there's like, hang on. There was only like 24 people. Hardcore, 24 people, 136.2. You're fourth, 137.3. But it's out of 24 people. Why am I not on there? Oh yeah, I dirtied the lap. That's right. Yeah, I'll definitely go back there and give that a crack. Alright, has anyone got a track suggestion? Something easy.
What do you feel like running?
Something flowing. No, that was pretty flowing. I don't know, maybe something a bit more newer, something a bit higher, maybe an A class or something.
Yeah, I'm down for anything.
A class,
Yeah.
let's go. A class.
Probably all. I don't even know. All my A class cars are probably drift cars.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, like maybe can you buy a car? I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
you can just rent a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, what about Circuit to Spa? Is that too full on?
Yeah, I don't really like that track
Is it a
that
bit
much.
full
Eh?
on? Yeah,
What's
it's
that
full on.
Spa?
Yeah.
Watkins Glen is always good.
Yeah, the Glen's pretty good. I like that track.
Maybe the alt or the short with the short circuit alt where it's Actually, the full circuit will be fine. Just take the full circuit, 4 laps. A class will be fast. Hang on, sorry, it's still on classic street muscle. I'll just change it to anything and change it to A class. Can't do
Oh, my mouse is working now. Thank God.
Did you plug it in and plug it back?
No, I didn't do anything.
Turn it off and again. Classic Forza.
Well, now my screen's black.
Jeez, you can't win.
Oh man, I can hear the menu ticking noises, but the screen. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, so it's automatically put me in a drift car.
Yeah, that's alright. I've got like, I don't know if I haven't got anything maxed A class. I might just pull out this Porsche. No, it's going to be too hard to drive.
Don't even know what I have. Maybe I might have a Holden. Maybe. So how do you oh, here we go. Search my class.
Oh, I'll have to share this video. I'll put it on my profile. I don't know if I can share it to the Forza Hardcore group. I put up a video, finally put up a video from when we went on the Autobahn in Germany.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was doing like, I only did like 194. Could have gone faster, but it was pissing down rain and it was getting pretty dangerous, so I didn't push it. But yeah, it's like you can't even tell that in the video. It looks like we're just cruising along. I don't know what to pull out, man. Watkins Glen. I'll pull out a Ferrari or something. No, fuck that. I'm gonna. Have you guys got a full A class, or is it just a?
I've got something I should be able to use. an old
I'm just going to
Porsche.
use this Shelby GT350R. I like the look of that. It's going to be a good ride. Just tune it up. Oh, is that Porsche, that blue one? The what is it called?
No, it's just the
Green
yellow
tint.
GT3, the old one. Actually, no, try the Ferrari GTO. Give this a whirl. Is that like a race car or just like a cruisy car?
What the hell?
I might
The one
just-
I pulled out?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna change it. It was a renter
Oh.
car. It was just a GT350R.
Alright.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
Sorry, people are asking me what settings I'm running. I'm actually not running the game force feedback at the moment. I'm running MU wheel feedback. So in-game settings aren't going to matter. If you haven't been watching the whole stream, we're kind of discussing sort of just the downfalls of the new force feedback system and the issues it has, mainly because of the physical based model that you have to adjust parameters for each car quite drastically, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass because there's there's no force feedback telemetry or anything that you can help to adjust it. So I just stuck back with MU wheel force feedback for now.
Alright, I'm ready up.
Oh yeah.
Josh. This is gonna be. I'm either gonna crash really early or pass out. From passing out, I mean. Ooh. I can see the road through the interior. Whoop. Where's Josh? Are you on the right of me, Josh?
Yep.
Okay.
Just
sorry,
missed
yeah.
you when you had a little moment. So I just missed you. Didn't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
hit you.
That's alright. You go, you go.
Oh, this thing doesn't like turning.
Yeah, neither does this thing, but it definitely likes going fast. Oh, fucking hell, I braked too early. I forgot it was the old. I thought I put it on the full. Sorry.
Yeah, it's full.
It is the full circuit,
Yeah,
yeah?
full
Yeah,
without
it is.
bus
Sorry,
stop.
yeah, yeah, no. Without the thing on.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was there. I thought the bus stop was there and it completely slowed down.
Oh man, this Ferrari is so understeering.
Yeah, this Corvette doesn't handle, but I just fucking love it. It's got the same motor as my old Monaro LS1. Pretty sure. Oh, Josh, sorry. Oh, I couldn't stop the car. It wouldn't stop. It also doesn't brake. Alright, we're not drifting.
Why not? My bad. Just trying to get a feel for the car. I haven't driven it before.
Nah. Yeah, no, it's alright. I'm really fucking mucking around.
Well, that's the ball. I know, I always try and like slide a car a bit first so I know how far I can push it.
Yeah. Oh, I went deep. I'm sorry. Did I spin you there? No.
No, all good. Lucky I can control the car.
And with the standard force feedback, that's pretty good.
Yeah, on simulation steering as well. So, I mean, with the updated feedback, I mean,
Oh
it
my
doesn't feel
God.
too bad. But
Yeah, it's
the
alright.
Emmy is definitely better. But, I mean, this is an improvement over the old feedback they had.
Jesus, this thing's a bit too fast. Fuck.
Just seen him fly past in my mirror.
Yeah, I know, because I wasn't paying attention at all. I was just like mooching it. Oh yeah, my car's screwed. Is your car right, Josh?
Seems to be okay.
Let's just do a quick restart because I did enjoy this car. I can't believe I just did that. Let's do a quick restart. That was fun. No, I like the cars. So just quit out of it.
Yeah, I'm going to change.
Is that car right, Blue? Are you change?
Yeah, I'm going to change it.
I want to keep this. I love this Corvette, but it is a handful. It is such a handful.
Yeah, this thing's alright actually.
I like it. Should I leave the track the way it is? Because actually, yeah, I'll leave it the way it is because that's fun. That straight coming into that right-hander. Just got to remember to use the brake pedal.
Don't tell me the 458 Italia is like a special car.
No, it shouldn't be.
No, it's just a
Should be a standard car.
I'm in rental cars. Oh, I guess because the lobby's filtered to A class now.
It's only. Is it more than an A?
Yeah, it must be more than A class.
Okay, fair enough.
But, whoops. Oh, that could be a handful. Give this a go.
Ooh, a TVR.
This thing's normally pretty wild.
Oh my god. Yep, I'm okay. Have any of you boys got, oh god, F1 2018?
Nah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you on that soon.
Yeah, how do you run F1 2018? What do you run that on?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, obviously. I'm running it on the G920.
Yeah, but I mean, are you running on the Xbox or the computer or?
Oh, Xbox One X, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's in 4K as well, and it's really good.
Yeah, I might have to get it on there because then to get to see how it
goes. Sorry. It is really good, man. It looks great.
Yeah, no, even those shots you've taken.
Whoa, Jesus,
pretty
that
awesome.
fucking corner. Fuck, that corner just comes out of nowhere. Yeah, thanks, man. No, that's. Well, one of the shots.
Yeah, with the sparks, eh?
That was just actually a replay view. Oop, left tap. Oh, the collision model's so much better.
Yeah, this thing always just wants to oversteer. Oops.
Well, you like that.
I'm trying to read the chat. I'm not watching where I'm going.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Trying to drift is so sensitive. Actually, it's not too bad.
This car actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, they're cool, those cars. Whoop. No handling.
I remember I'd never heard of like this car before, and I watched an episode of Top Gear, and Jeremy Clarkson, he liked it because it was like,
yeah.
it was like really visceral. It sounded really good, but he said it always wants to kill you because it just oversteers so badly. And then
Yeah, true.
as soon as I watched that, I jumped on, I think it was like Forza 3 or Forza 4 at the time, and I just started driving it, and like,
Oh,
it was so much fun. But I liked how it, like, they were saying how oversteer it was in real life, and then on the game it was like exactly the same.
well, like I said, I still think, you know, Forza does a pretty good job of simulating real-world cars
Yeah.
in some way. And especially with that MU feedback, makes it even more realistic. I think we just turned this into like a drift session.
I always do that, like I'll drive
Oh,
by
I'm really
myself
trying to like,
and just try
trying
and
to,
do laps, but I always end up drifting.
I like trying to drift on this feedback because it's so challenging, and if you can get a good slide going, it's pretty satisfying, you know. This car's not tuned for drifting, but it still does alright. Shit.
We've got 2 more laps. Let's see if we can catch Josh.
Yeah.
Knowing you, Stephen, yes, you probably would.
Yeah, I'm not going to catch him in this car, but I'll give it a go.
Oh, come on, I'm only in a little NSX.
Yeah, alright, I'm coming. So one thing I love about this Corvette, it just picks up so much speed.
This thing's so hard to drive fast.
And the NSX seems pretty balanced. Nice balanced
Oh,
car.
that NSX is awesome, man. I've always loved that car. Have you ever seen the video of Senna driving it?
I love watching
Like he
that.
was testing it?
Yeah.
That's such a good video.
Oh, yeah.
Man, for the life of me, I cannot down gear properly with this G920.
Well, I'm using G920 pedals, but you know, I did invert them and so.
I don't know what it is. I think it's. I think it's like could be the shifter. You know, it's like really short. It's a real short gated shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then
you mean by that?
yeah, and so I'm constantly crunching the gears. Then you damage the gearbox, and you can't clutch properly. It was happening to me when I was doing that Civics rivals that we were doing. Now the car's playing up.
No, I don't think we're going to catch him. I'm struggling to keep up with you at the moment.
We'll probably catch up soon. I'm struggling to keep this thing on the road.
I'm literally drifting every corner trying to get around quick. This one's the scariest one because
I'm sweating there because of the wheel movement that I'm dealing with at the moment. I'm full on sweating.
Oh, you'll sleep all the night.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god, it won't change to fifth. Stupid fucking shit. I'm in for one more. Having fun. It's It's actually, to be honest with you, it's feeling pretty good at the moment.
Oh no!
Oh, he crashed.
Oh,
You might catch him.
fuck this guy.
Had a little moment. Yep.
I'm on a clean lap. I didn't even realise. It's a terrible lap.
What was it?
It's only 1:59.8.
Yeah, I did a 1:59.5, but it was dirty.
I did a 2:01 clean.
That car was a handful, man, but fuck, it's so much fun. Right, let me pull out something that can handle. And then I'm done. Yeah, let me know when you get F1, Josh, because I've got my other mate who plays. He's not that into racing games, but he is getting into it. He's slowly, like, he's doing it. He's using a few assists. I'm using, like,
Yeah, 'cause
absolutely nothing. And it's hard to keep up with him because he can, you know, read the track a lot. But I'm trying to learn the tracks myself.
Yeah, because I mean, I would, you know, prefer to get on the computer, obviously for graphical reasons, but
Oh, no, man. Have you got an Xbox One X?
yeah. Oh yeah, I got the One X.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks amazing on that. I haven't got any issues
Yeah.
with it. But
Yeah. Well, I've got a 4K monitor, but the thing
problem...
is, how do I run my setup with? Because I got Logitech pedals and the Thrustmaster wheel.
Sorry, so the reason why I got it on Xbox, and I would have got it on PC if I didn't have to, is because I can't play with anyone. So that's why I got it on Xbox. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you can't. It does not like Forza where you've got play anywhere, and you can just load it up. Yeah. Forza you can play on PC and Xbox, whereas F1 2018 is either one. You either buy if you buy it on PC, it's through Steam or something like that.
Yeah. I've got Steam. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what I might have to do, I think there's an adapter or some cable I can get to connect my Logitech pedals to the Thrustmaster wheelbase, and then I should be able to use it on the Xbox.
Okay. Alright, sweet.
So
I'll
get that adapter, give it a go, and see what I can do.
I don't know if it'll work for your wheel, but I've got an old oh, that's for a shifter. Never mind. I've got a shifter adapter to use USB shifters on Fanatic wheels.
Okay.
Because back before the Club Sport shifter was out, I was using a TH8 shifter.
Yeah, that's what I've got, and I TH8 shifter is pretty good.
To be honest with you, I thought it was good until I got the Club Sport shifter. The Club Sport shifter...
No, Fanatec's 100% better.
Because like even with the ball screw
I
tightened
like the idea.
all the way on the TH8 shifter, it still felt really soft and loose going into the gates.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, it is. No, I agree with that. You can get modifications for it though. I think that can fix that up a bit.
Yeah.
But with that Club Sport shifter, you can just switch it between sequential and H pattern. So instead of using paddle shifter, you just pull it like a like the V8 supercars. They just
Yeah.
That's what I'd like.
Anyone up for some GT racing?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
It's nice and easy. Paddle shifting, 540 degrees.
Yep, I've just changed the 540 as you mentioned it. Yep.
I don't even change it. I just leave it on 900.
Yeah, some people do that.
It's up
maybe
to you. I don't really care.
Maybe for Christmas I might buy myself F1 2018 maybe.
What is it? I don't know what I'm looking for. Is it Forza GT?
Yeah.
Sport GT.
Oh, it should be something like that.
Forza GT.
It's sorted by division.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've got it on Forza GP GT. Forza GT. Do a 6 lap Nürburgring GP. Is that alright?
Yeah, it's good.
Nürburgring
Yeah.
GP is pretty good. They go there, so I suppose it's similar.
Mm.
Oh yes, I'm doing that Dodge Viper again.
We do.
Actually, that was fun when we all played
Mhm.
the endurance lobby.
Yeah,
Even though
that
we
was
were
good
getting
fun.
Yeah,
beaten
that was
around, but
good.
that was fun.
I mean, I was at the back of the field, but don't
That
matter.
that should be a
That's
lot better
cool.
now with the new collision physics too.
Well, we might give it a go.
I'm gonna run the new car that came in the update.
Oh yeah.
That Beamer. It's nice. It's a nice car.
I'll make sure the cars are stock as well. Whoop!
Oop.
I just fucked up. Sorry. Fucking that's so stupid. I don't know why it does that. It just changes everything. Manual. Don't need manual with clutch.
Oh, so I gotta select my car again. Oh, so I
Yeah.
can't run it.
Oh,
I
what?
can't run that one.
Is it not a Forza GT car?
Yeah, it mustn't be because it.
Well, it was because you selected it last time.
Doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
Because, yeah, I don't know, my car's changed now too.
Oh, I turned like upgrades and stuff off so they keep them stock and it doesn't muck around. But maybe that did something.
Yeah, see, this is the only car I have that has no upgrades.
It does that shit. No. Okay. Alright, I'll just change that back. Sorry.
Yeah, because I think...
That's allow upgrades is yes. I'll allow tuning. Any, try that now.
Yeah, it is Forza GT. Look at that. It is Forza GT. Do I want to buy the car? No, I don't want to buy the car.
Alright, hang on. Alright, yeah, no,
What
wait.
have you
Okay,
done?
cool. Yeah, just pick a Forza GT car. Pick a Forza.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change. I'm not going to set the division because it's just being a bitch.
Yeah. And
where's...
then basically stock tune. I'll make sure my tune stock because it should be reset. Yep. So I've just made sure it was stock tuning.
Yeah, mine's at stock.
Yeah. Maybe that's why, because I had a tune on it. That's probably why it got upset.
You can have tunes, doesn't matter. I'm not really doing anything too serious. I don't know, I was getting a bit overboard. Cool. Well, let's do it. Whoa. Jesus, it did. Sorry, it doesn't want to take off. What the hell happened to blue? Hang on, wait.
I was giving us a head start.
Ah, right.
Ah, shit, hang on, I gotta change my controls. My paddle shifters aren't set up.
Alright, we'll do a warm up. Just go real slow. Oh, the damper on this is... It's heavy as. Just warming up the tyres.
Oh, manual with clutch is on, you dick.
Go on, formation lap.
Fuck.
Can you change it though?
Yeah,
go
yeah,
start
I
or
can.
switch? Yeah, you can.
It's another thing I really hate. Alright, go. I'll see if I can catch this by the end.
Okay.
I'll have to make this my last one and then jump off.
I can't believe that, man. Like, the car just does not grip at all. It's ridiculous. It's so unsettled as well. Have you played the Seto Corsa? Josh, you've got it, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got it on the PC. Haven't played it for a while.
Like, you play with these cars, it's amazing. Even like the...
Oh, yeah.
They grip up so much.
Whoops.
too early.
Better be too early than too late.
That's true. That's my motto at the moment. All I ever do is late fucking early. Oh, come on. What is it doing? There we go.
Slowly catching this.
Trying to work out when you're going slower. The car fucking overshooting on me.
What sort of lap times are you guys running?
Only like 202.
204, 204.5.
Just did a 2 flat.
Oh, here we go. I don't know how he does it,
It's finesse.
Hmm.
Just, can't get it. I'm oversteering a lot, losing a lot of my traction. Like I was catching up a little bit to you before, Josh, and then all of a sudden I'm just unable to do it. The car just keeps getting unsettled. I hate it.
Okay.
I think I'm just not finessing it enough.
And if Blue gets close, hold him up, will you?
Can't even turn
Hold
the
it.
thing.
Just hold him up for a couple of small seconds.
There's only 2 laps left. I don't think I'll catch you, Josh.
No.
Nah, he's pulling away from me, which is good. I'm constantly slowing down.
I'm not that good. I'm still 4 seconds behind his Blue's times.
I'm a second down this lap.
I'm locked up. Yeah.
No, I might
Not
catch you.
looking good. Yeah, because I locked up.
See, like that corner, Ooh.
Pull my finger out, I think.
Come on. Fuck off. Oh no.
We all oversteered into that corner.
Yep. That was horrible, man.
Oops.
Ooh. So they can't get
scaring
that
me.
corner. Oh,
I think I'm running out of grip, maybe.
oh, certainly. Oh, watch it.
I try to go around the long way.
I hate it because when we're really close together, if you're too hard on the brakes, it just loses grip. You lock them up. I lock them up to lose grip a fair bit. Can't.
Oh, he's
Can't.
got
I'm
me.
in the
He's
middle of a
gonna
race.
have me. He's got me. Oh.
Oh. Yeah, I do. Early. 7:30. No, good night. Good fun. he's fighting for his... Because, oh shit, I nearly spun it. Ooh.
Oops. Oh, nuts.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
and
that
I
was a
sort
good
of,
little putt
I
at
had
the
a
end.
little, I was sort of a bit sideways out the last corner too, and then you, I don't know what happened to you, Steve.
I
I
went...
thought, oh, that's it, here's my opportunity. Boom.
I like that, I really don't like that Viper.
Right, that's me done, I think. I'm stuffed.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, completely agree.
Stuff before we even got on. No, it's good. It's good to have a bit of a play. That force feedback's interesting. I've got to get back on the computer, get off on Emu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to try and get that back up and running one day.
I've got it all there. I just need to take my sim in there. I just can't be bothered.
Yeah, because the guy that's
Anyway.
creating it, he asked me to test this force feedback and see if it's worth him finishing the Emu force feedback.
Which it is.
And yeah, I definitely think it is.
Yeah, definitely.
I know it's a burden for him because the amount of features that we set out to implement is just like a massive workload for one person.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done an excellent job of it so far, so
Yeah.
just keep it up.
Because I had to reset the computer, the Emu wheel's not working, it comes up with an error, so one day we'll get that back up and running.
What error does it come up with?
So if I gotta go to the new Emu wheel, which is what we run for Forza 7, it just says
Sorry.
VJoy driver not enabled and could not initialize.
I gotta go. Sorry. Oh, to buddy.
Alright,
I'll
take it
catch
easy,
you later,
mate.
boys.
Yeah, see you, man.
Take it easy, Courts. Yeah, so that's
Have-
sort of the error I would get.
Is,
And then when I install VJoy and all that, it's still the same error. So
Yeah, okay. Oh, we'll see if we can sort it out. Probably not tonight, but another night.
yeah, definitely another time. Yeah, when you've got time, just sort of let me know and we can work it out.
Yeah, too easy.
Thanks, man.
Alright, man. I'll catch you next time.
Will do. Cheers.
See ya.
See ya.
And everyone that was watching the stream, I don't know if anyone's still watching or if we've gone to sleep. I didn't plan to stream that long, but just mucking around in the lobbies was quite good fun, so I just kept it going if anyone was enjoying it. But yeah, if you missed the first part of the stream, did some quick testing between the new force feedback and Emu force feedback, and while there's no doubt that the new force feedback from turn 10 is a lot better than the old force feedback, for me it just doesn't feel as smooth and immersive as what Emu wheel force feedback does. So for me, and this is one of the big things that bothers me with the new force feedback. One, because, and it's right there in the comments, it's a physically based model, so every car is going to feel drastically different, which means you're going to have to change force feedback settings every single time you change car, and it's just a single global profile that you have to change. They really need to make it so that this force feedback settings will save per car, and that's something we're working towards in Emu wheel. That was one of the goals we set out to do, so hopefully Mr. First Plateau can build up the motivation to get the project finished. But yeah, so force feedback profiles per car is something that really should be looked at, and also just something in the telemetry to visualize the force feedback output, so you can see if you jump in a car, if the steering torque that's generated through the force feedback is too low or too high, you can adjust it quicker and easier without having to just, you know, change it and sort of test by feel and see what's going on. It really makes it difficult when you have to adjust settings, test, go back, adjust settings and test until it feels right, and you have to do that for every car, which is it's a burden on the player that shouldn't be. That it should be much easier to set up the force feedback and play the game, especially in a game like Forza that's supposed to be, you know, a casual sort of pick up and play sort of experience. And on a steering wheel, it's, while the new force feedback is better, it's just made things a whole lot more complicated for the wheel users, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Whereas, you know, in our EMU force feedback, all the settings, the main settings you change, which is kind of what you change in the new force feedback settings. So we have the mechanical trail, the pneumatic trail, we have a road feel scale, and a whole bunch of other things you can adjust with road feel. But you can visually see when you adjust a torque curve what effect it's going to have on the steering, on the force feedback, because we have the slip angle of the tyre here and the force feedback output. So this green line here is the force feedback that's output, and this is what I was just running in the stream. So I get a force feedback drop off just before peak, so I can feel the edge of grip, and then it will slide away and get lighter, but not lose all force when I'm understeering, because I like to have some sort of feel, because I do oversteer a lot. If you saw me driving just then, even in the GT3 car, I was oversteering all over the place. But like I was saying, you can, all these settings, when you adjust them, you can visually see instantly the effect that it's going to have on the force feedback, and that's a very, very powerful tool to have. It makes tuning the force feedback much faster and easier, and it takes away the guesswork of changing a setting, testing it, and then, you know, rinse and repeat until you get something that you like. So yeah, that's my biggest concern with the force feedback now. So it's just much more complicated and much more difficult for the wheel user to set up for each car. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will try and put together a more sort of comprehensive a new force feedback settings guide to hopefully help some people that might not quite understand what's going on when they change settings. But that's going to wrap it up for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.